My company is affiliated with a German business. We use a technology that creates liquid foam seals for components. People send us components and we basically robotically apply liquid foam seals to these parts. We then send them back to the client, who uses them from all sorts of things, from the car industry to street lights, could be yacht window frames to electronic enclosures, all applications where you're trying to keep the water out. That's what we do. I came across Ceracon as a German company, like their technology. I started working for them and we started a company in the UK to use their technology here, and we're a unique business in the UK. Nobody does this basically apart from ourselves. We basically have an engineering base of people that we require, from apprentices through to production operators, quality people, technical support. We also then sell these pieces of equipment to some larger customers. So we have a service element. So we have a service engineer who goes out and services customers' equipment and brings it back. We're only 16 people. We cover all aspects from engineering to administration to accounts to business development and sales. Since 2012, when there was basically just myself. I like it being small, although it's getting bigger all the time, but it's the diversity of it. You become a specialist in one particular area, and that's what I actually like. We will basically define a role according to the need that we have, and we can see with the growth of the business where we have weakness in areas. And the minute we know we have an admin problem because the business is growing, we need people to manage the product flow. So we advertise for an admin assistant and have just taken on a lady who's starting with us at the end of October. We've already identified that we would like another apprentice, so it's a management process. Once we've identified that need, we will then decide what to do, and it does tend to be web-based adverts that we're placing. Generally, we want people locally. It makes it easier for movement, for travelling here, and most of the people we have are definitely Warwickshire. It's very important that the people will fit within the team. If somebody isn't able to actually work within a small organisation, it can make it quite difficult. I like to see people who present themselves well, who can communicate well, who are friendly, and just put themselves across as interested in the business. So we're looking for more production operating staff. Administrative people need to be coming in, and eventually I would think within another year and a half we'll be looking for a business development person. Logistics play a big factor in what we do and whether we're commercially viable for a customer. And obviously Warwickshire is absolutely bang in the middle of the UK. On top of that, this area is becoming renowned for the next stage in vehicle development, the electric vehicle market. And again, our technology relates specifically to the battery industry for electric vehicles. We're already doing parts for McLaren and parts for Cummins, and we're involved in other projects in mainland Europe. We supply Volkswagen with seals for their hybrid vehicles. So this is an area as a business we're very interested in, and this is all within Warwickshire.
So I originally studied sports science at university, so it's not the most traditional sort of degree you do to get into this sector. Once I'd finished my degree in sports science, I did a degree in marketing, a master's, with a focus on sport. So that's how I then came into this role, was through the marketing. The skills I learned in there sort of transferred into any sort of sector. Over the past 18 months or so, I've been shifted towards the new projects, so dealing with the sort of new inquiries we get and then taking them from initial inquiry through to production. Projects I get to work on are always fascinating. So every day we may get a new inquiry from a different customer where we take our technology and then see how it applies to that situation, whether it be from automotive, different cars for JLR, or streetlights, marine applications. It's all very interesting. No 2 days are the same and no two projects are the same as well.
So I started Ceracon 2 years ago. I started off as production manager. That was basically looking after just the machines. Small recruitment as in operators and setters. It's a very varied role. I'm not doing the same thing every single day. One day I could be operating the machines, the other day I could be meeting customers within the UK. I've also been across to Germany with the company as well. It is a very varied role. The enjoyment that I work in a small company is so much more for me than working for a massive global company. It's much nicer.